Now for more on this, we are being joined live by political analyst Ross Feingold from Taiwan. Welcome to the broadcast, Ross. The Taiwanese president met with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy despite China warning of a resolute response. Do you think the meeting warranted drills of this scale where the intention only looks to intimidate Taiwan?
Certainly, these military exercises, whether what we're seeing over the past few days or what we saw last August, which was a larger scale, it shows an attempt by the Chinese government and military to intimidate Taiwan. They're trying to convince Taiwan not to have these kinds of meetings with U.S. politicians or politicians from other countries. The reality up to now is these military exercises don't stop the Taiwan government from taking those meetings, whether those meetings occur here in Taiwan with visiting government officials. And we've seen not just parliamentarians, but even ministers. For example, a German minister came to Taiwan recently, and that was the first time in decades. And there have been vice ministers from other European countries. And then, of course, the U.S. is typically at an even higher level, and that's why we saw the House Speaker meeting with President Tsai when she transited the U.S. So it is very intimidating, and it puts enormous pressure on Taiwan's government and the military because they have to respond accordingly. But at least up to now, as a tactic to stop Taiwan from having these meetings, that is clearly not occurring because these meetings do continue.
Now, how do you see the situation over Taiwan unfolding going forward?
I hesitate to call it an escalation simply because we've seen these exercises before. Again, the scope or the size or the number of aircraft or ships or other types of units from the People's Liberation Army might differ. But we've seen this before. We continue to see it. We'll keep seeing it in the future. And that all just brings us back to the same core issue, which would be what are the government and the people and the military here in Taiwan willing to do to defend their island, and what are key partners of Taiwan willing to do? And those key partners, as I'm sure the audience knows, are going to be the United States and Japan, maybe Australia, possibly European countries. But after President Macron's remarks reported yesterday indicated that France would not want to get involved in a Taiwan conflict, so that obviously caught the attention of a lot of people here. But the first step, of course, is going to be for Taiwan to take the necessary steps to defend itself.